It's time now for the Peter Channel Late Night News on this late Thursday night, June 18th, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins at 11:30 p.m. News and on to this late Thursday night here. Top story at 11:30 p.m. here is a shooting at the historic Emmanuel AME Church in Charleston, South Carolina, that evoked some of the darkest days from this country's past. As last night's shooting conjures a type of terror suffered by a previous generation. Meanwhile, America has to face hard truths about guns and race in the wake of the shooting at a historic black church in South Carolina that left 9 dead. U.S. presidential hopeful Hillary Clinton has said, when an elderly Pope Leo XIII released a document in 1891 on the rights of workers to unionize and owners to hold private property, European capitals and socialists alike cried foul as in the footsteps of Pope seeking worldly change. Alexander Hamilton, the U.S. First Treasury Secretary, who has been on the $10 bill since 1929, is making way for a woman Treasury Secretary. Jacob Lew is officially making an announcement on the design of the $10 bill on Thursday. There are more refugees in the world today than ever previously recorded, and more than half their children, the United Nations Refugee Agency said Thursday. In Tabqa, Israel, a suspected arson attack overnight damaged a reverend shrine in northern Israel where Christians believe Jesus performed a miracle, and police briefly detained 16 young Jewish settlers over the incident on Thursday. An election that turned on economic uncertainty and fierce debates over immigration. Danish voters on Thursday asked that a center-left government and a clear string of the right that unexpectedly elevated an anti-immigrant, anti-European party. In Geneva, Fiskov spoke out on Thursday at a Geneva press conference by Yemeni rebels when the leader was attacked by a slipper-wielding woman and others accusing him of mass killings in the country's south. Washington, the Supreme Court ruled on Thursday that Texas did not violate the First Amendment when it refused to allow specialty license plates bearing the Confederate battle flag. In Oklahoma City, the remnants of the tropical storm that moved in from the Gulf of Mexico this week focused most of the fury Thursday on Oklahoma and Arkansas pushing rivers to record high levels and causing flooding in the Gulf northward. In Seattle, civil rights activist Rachel Giselle, who drew national attention over racial identity, was asked on Thursday from Municipal Police Oversight Commission in Washington State over conduct violations, a city spokesman said. The Bank of Japan continues in wait-and-see mode for no clues on when if it will offer additional monetary stimulus. The empire that Martha Stewart built on fondant layer cakes, cinnamon bells, and fluffy cherry blossom flower arrangements is poised to find a new home. As she's near debilitate and self-fading empire. Washington, U.S. consumer prices in May recorded the largest increase in more than 2 years as gasoline prices surged, suggesting that the drag on inflation from low oil prices was fading. Tokyo, Asian shares held firm and the dollar remained on defensive on Friday as investors bet the U.S. Federal Reserve will not raise interest rates too soon, fighting anxiety over how increased debt crisis will unfold dampens risk appetite. Brian Williams has apologized to his viewers and colleagues in the wake of his removal as anchor of NBC Nightly News. The network announced Thursday that he will move in MSNBC after 6 months suspension for making false claims. In Seoul, South Korea, a health official said South Korea's outbreak on Friday the Middle East respiratory syndrome appeared to have leveled off after the authorities reported just one new case on Friday, bringing the total infections in the country to 166. Sunscreen plays an essential role in preventing skin cancer, but many consumers find labels confusion and may need more guidance when navigating the sunscreen aisle, news research suggests. Here, Channel News time, 11:34. Time now for a travel report. 95 on the southbound side, so from the Ponce Street in Norwood all the way out to Route 1 in Sharon. Here, the 120 on the southbound side, so from Route 37 to the Braintree split. Route 3 a little slower around the Braintree area here. Mass packing on the westbound side, so from South Boston all the way to the Austin Branton tolls. Mass packing on the eastbound, so from Austin Branton tolls to Boston University here. 93 on the southbound side, it is a little slow to an accident on the southbound side of 93, so expect a few delays when on that area at 93 in the Zachem Bridge in Boston here. 1A slow in both ends here. Mass packing in the eastbound side, a little slow due to an accident before 120 in Weston, so expect some delays around that area here. 129 on the northbound side, a little slow from Great Plain Avenue to Route 9 in Wellesley here. Intersection of Route 24 and 120 in Randolph, a little slow. Route 3 and the southbound side, a little slow around Route 40 here in Chelmsford here. Route 495 southbound, a little slow for the Redford stretch. 146 on the northbound side, a little slow around the Mass Pike in Auburn. 495 on the northbound side, a little slow from 97 to 125 in Haverhill here. And highways are actually looking good here and up in Spalding Turnpike in the southbound side. Got an accident in Doverport Road in Durham there, so expect a few delays in that area here. And the main turnpike in York a little slow here. But otherwise, a smooth sailing commuter on this late Thursday night here. And looking at the MBTA alerts here. Ferries are looking good. Commuter rail is looking good. And on the subway, it's looking good. Here at Channel News Time, 11:36 here on this late Thursday night. 10:30 for a weather report here. Overnight, chance of showers, but thunderstorms also possible after 5 a.m. Patchwork after 5 a.m. was. Clouds got a low about 59 degrees. Southwest about 6 miles, chance of space to 30%. Friday, chance of showers and thunderstorms at 8 a.m. Then a slight chance of showers between 8 a.m. and noon. Then a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms afternoon. Patchwork before 7 a.m. Then patchwork between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. was. Most clouds got about 81 degrees. South. West wind about 6 to 8 miles coming north in the afternoon. Chance of precipitation is 30%. New rain from about less than 10 minutes. Check some high amounts possible thunderstorms. Friday night, patchwork after 5 a.m. was. Most of the coast got about 53 degrees. Light off wind. Saturday, patchy. Fog before 7 a.m. was. Most of the night got about 74 degrees. Light available wind becoming 7 at 6 miles by the morning here. Sunday night, chance of showers. Rain after 3 a.m. Patchy fog after 3 a.m. was. Most skies got about 58 degrees. South wind about 5 miles per hour here. Chance of precipitation 30%. For Sunday, chance of showers and thunderstorms, then showers likely possibly a thunderstorm after 8 a.m. Patchy fog before 10 a.m. Otherwise, clouds skies 136 degrees. Chance of precipitation 7%. Sunday night, showers likely possibly a thunderstorm before 9 p.m. Then chance of showers. Patchy fog after 9 p.m. Otherwise, most skies but a high low end 66 degrees. Chance of precipitation 6%. Monday, most of the podcast skies about 81 to about 61 degrees. Tuesday, chance of showers. Most of the most skies about 70 to about 58 degrees. Chance of precipitation 30%. Wednesday, most of the podcast skies about 36 to about 56 degrees. And for Thursday, most of the skies about 75 degrees here. Not temperature at 11:38 p.m. 62 degrees overcast, guys. That's going to be for the Peter Channel Late Night News in this late Thursday night, June 18, 2015. Good night. See you tomorrow morning. Good night.